So, as I was riding my bike, I pay attention to everything when I'm riding my bike because my belief is life may be speaking through the things that I see. And often while I'm on my bike, I allow myself to really pay attention, to see, to experience. And as I was riding my bike, and I live here in Hawaii, so a lot of the vegetation is quite beautiful. I will often say, oh, look at the abundance of colors, the abundance of flowers, the abundance of fruit, just the abundance, period, and how there's abundance of several things. There's abundance of food, there's abundance of colors, there's abundance of vegetation. And as I was riding, thank you, I rode past a cottonflower tree, which I hadn't really seen. So it spoke to me. And I said, wow, okay, a cottonflower, okay. So I stopped and I hopped off my bike and I smelled it and I observed it and I looked at it and I will put my hand over my heart and see what it says to me, because cotton is pure and cotton has a symbolism of new beginnings and prosperity. And I often just believe what I feel it's saying to me. And I feel it's beautiful. Just to have in a vase, to have the cotton flower. And then I thought, wow, I have cotton buds right here for my face or to remove nail polish. And next to it was another tree, which I spoke about in my last live. It was pomegranates. And for me, I like to see these things as all a part of symbolism. Thank you, Ronnie Julian 132. I appreciate that. Pomegranates, or as my mom calls them, plumogranates. And I'm like, Mom, there's no L. There's no L in pomegranates. It's P-O-M. It's not P-L. It's not plumogranates. It's pomegranates. Yeah, for clothing, and it's just so beautiful. I had never seen a cotton flower plant, as well as the pomegranates. There was two beautiful ripe pomegranates, and I don't know, what is he saying? And I love pomegranates. In fact, the last time I sourced some on the way from the beach, and I dehydrated them, and thank you for liking the live, please share. And I had my own. Once again, you going to bed? Okay, well, have a beautiful evening and a fulfilling rest. And hydrate, because that's important. And of course, I have a coconut. Paying attention, staying hydrated. I'm really on my coconut kick. Well, I possibly have, Stephanie. I possibly have and wasn't aware. That's why I entitled this, Are You Paying Attention? I possibly have many times. However, because I was not aware, I wouldn't allow my vision to be directed that way. And yeah, and sugarcane, Lydia, lovely. Also in Argentina, there's a lot of, you have a lot of grapes and wool as well. A whole coconut, why not? Why not? And Tara, I have a guy. I have a coconut guy. I have a provider. I call it a coconut provider. And quite easy on the eyes, which is helpful to have someone providing you with the coconuts who actually is an excellent specimen to look at. So add that, Tara or Tara. And I have two of my favorite sources of hydration. Yes, my coconut, then my Perrier. I love my Perrier. It is. Yeah, I'll have to hook you up or send you a picture because it's worth it. And I was on my whole coconut water kick over the weekend because I did this fast purposely, and all I drank over the fast was coconut water. There was no food. It was from Friday to Sunday, and it was to gain clarity with opportunities that I have received, and just journaling and meditating and drinking coconuts. However, I did happen to see my, good morning. I did a coconut fast. I was just fast. I chose to fast. And over my fast, I was drinking coconut water. And I think I had water as well, but that was it. So I did not eat anything from Friday to Sunday, and there was a lot of journaling and going deep and just listening, all of these things. And I will share, during the fast, there was a part of Saturday where I thought, yeah, no, I'm just going to eat tonight. This is just going to be a Friday to Saturday fast, and to heck with Sunday. And when it became difficult, when no, you cannot rub it. There's no way for you to rub the coconut. That's just what it is. I don't know. I see los focus. I don't know. I don't think of anything. I don't consider fat within my life. However, when I was at that point of like, okay, I'm just going to eat, which is almost like they say the wall when you're doing a marathon. And when I did the marathon, I think, the wall comes between mile 18 to 19. And a marathon is 2 or 3 miles. And you get to that mile 18 or 19, and it just feels like resistance, like, no, stop, just end now. Well, it doesn't have to. Again, you forget who you're talking to. You're using words. That is not a scientific fact. And there is no amount of coconut water that will add to your weight disproportionately, unless you're sitting for 10 years and drinking 10,000 coconuts. Outside of that, there is no severe impact that coconut water would make to your health in a negative way. So to speak in that way is to put that into a space of 100% truth, and it's not. Thank you. I love tortoiseshell, and so these kind of called out to me because I love my big earrings, and you get to control it. Okay, so I've done the New York City Marathon twice. You're welcome. Stop speaking this nonsense into existence. I've done a half marathon right outside of London. It was like the countryside. I've done, so technically in 2 countries. Tell me the countries you've ran your marathons, because I will do more. I do like marathons in places where the scenery is beautiful, and I will run the Tokyo Marathon. That's the only one that interests me because the city is so animated. However, and my sparkling water, my coconut guy. So, as I was consigning all of my clothes, because I had shared with everyone, shaved my head, been coloring my hair, and nothing is resonating with me. My clothes don't resonate with me, so I've donated like all of them or sold them, which I do often because it's no longer my style. It no longer invigorates me. I don't love the clothes, so I rid myself of everything except the things I love. Like this I love, these I love. Everything else is gone. And I'm completing that this evening. Everything, like everything. And it feels invigorating because now I get to build the wardrobe to my liking. So thank you for liking and sharing the live. Boston, London twice, Nigeria, Colombia. Is it Colombia as in Colombia within the city in the States? Like, or Colombia as in South America, the country, and Peru. Okay, yeah, brand new. And I love my vintage secondhand clothes. Like this is a vintage Missoni oversized men's sweater. And I will just rebuild my wardrobe. But the beauty in that and okay. Colombia, okay. That's beautiful. I love to hear that. I love to hear actually races from around the world because it's different. It's a different feeling. And the London Marathon is lovely. I remember living in London and knowing the day that the London Marathon was happening. So congrats to you. 4 marathon, a bunch of marathons. That's a huge thing. Less than like 1% of the world's population will ever do a marathon. So know that you are in the percent of the percent that has. So building my new wardrobe is something I'm looking forward to. What up, Patrick? And yes, and I have, I have my coconuts, and I keep talking about my coconut provider. I won't call him my coconut guy. He's my coconut provider. And he taught me a lot about the coconuts, how to like tap the coconut, the maturity level, all of these things that I didn't know up until now. And I'm proud of myself because now I could share this information, and it has aided in my skin health because skin health is important. Well, that is a suggestion. Thank you, Atlas. However, I'll choose to run for whoever. I am aware of Mind UK. I would visit their charity shops. There's one in West Kensington, High Street. And what's up, Maya? Good to see you. However, I enjoy the ability to direct my attention to who I choose to run for. And I appreciate that you have thrown out Mind UK. I'm very familiar with the organization and the charity shops. Yes, I do, Patrick. Every bit counts, and I love it. So don't tell me what to do. That is fantastic. They saved your personal life. Okay. Mind UK. Now, I believe Mind UK focuses on mental health. I'm speaking with someone who's currently in the chat. Please continue to like the live, share it, because my lives are always fantastic. And I lived in the UK for about 7 years. And I love the charity shops. In fact, where I lived on the high street of Woodgrange Road, which was E7, East London, right outside of Stratford. And yes, isn't Mind UK, do they also have their own charity shops? I've lived in DC, New York, Jersey, London, Paris, and now Hawaii, and traveled now 60 plus countries and counting. And that's for you, Maya. And all of them are the best. So the next question is usually, which is the best? They're all the best because I'm the best. It's what I learn. I am the favorite, and it is something for me to learn in every space. And I just posted a TikTok about my ability to cycle through places. I talk to everyone. How I talk to you here on live, I talk to everyone. Like if I'm outside, hey, how you doing? Oh my gosh, I love your bike. Do you need a hand with your groceries? Thank you, Jessica Lopez. You are in my prayer request, so just know everything's getting better. Well, possibly that is one way to see it, Atlas. However, there's also the perspective that everything is already getting better. So if we allow the perspective of knowing and being open to it always being better, then it is. And that's just my perspective. You're welcome. So I can cycle through a place. I like that first year of living somewhere, of learning somewhere, of adjusting, of finding furniture. I choose to build my space. So the home I moved into here in Hawaii was unfurnished, and I don't rush to furnish it. I let the space speak to me. I thank you. And that's to you, Maya. I appreciate it. I let the space speak to me. I don't bring anything from my prior places because my belief is the energy associated with that stuff from my prior place, I don't want it in my new space. I want a new space. My forever home is the universe. There is no such thing as one place. I've only saw myself with multiple homes around the world. Thank you. And thank you, Divine Goddess. You see a Divine Goddess and you gave back to a Divine Goddess. So I see you. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica Lopez. I am always going to have multiple locations around the world. They all speak to me differently. They all bring out something in me differently. They all invigorate me in a different way. And because, also that's all I've known as an adult is this travel. Really, from the time I left my parents' house, I am as free as they get. I've been traveling as a passion and as a profession. So I don't see it as this is it. No, within the U.S., that I don't know. I'm feeling a change currently, Maya. However, I'm just open and I go. I'm very unrestricted. You get to decide if I'm a boy or a girl. If you can't tell, then it's up to you. It makes no difference to me, and I'm accepting of both. What country? Because I used to go to West Africa several times a year, different countries in West Africa, and I will be back. There's some countries that I'll be visiting this year, later this year. East. Okay. I love that. Beauty is the response. So what was I saying? After between 3 to 5 years, that's like my life cycle where I see that. And Jessica Lopez, it's okay. Nothing is rude. I'm above it all. So it doesn't affect me in a way that is, unkind or unpleasant. It just is. I don't direct any of my energy to it, and that's okay. It's okay. Nothing. I'm blessed and I'm highly favored and I feel good, and that's it. Because I feel that a human being should do what's best for them in that moment and time. So that's what's best for you. That's okay. That's okay. Really, you have to. I'm trying to teach y'all here. Nothing gets to me at all. Okay. This is a part of the love of myself. I know what I am. I know who I am. I'm content with that. And I am without any children that I've ever birthed, Maya. And if anyone has the ability to anger you, to perturb you, to allow you to be in a space of discomfort, they have the control. That's not available. I get to control my response. So that is it. I don't know. That's not something I think about, Maya. I think about my life, but it's not a thought of like, do I want, it's, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. I don't think in that way. Like, do I want kids? I will have the complete tale. I will have the perfect partner and the perfect dream and goal and thing I'm working towards, and our foundation and our homes and a family. It's not either or one thing. It's a conglomerate. So in my mind, it is not, do I just want a child? That's really easy. I have plenty of friends that did that. That's one of the easiest things to do by default. However, my focus really is on the development of myself and the true timing of my life. Because the moment that I say, thank you, the moment that I say, this is what I want, I mean, it'll come to me. That perfect person, I believe, is in the universe for me. It's timing. I am not seeking it. It's attracted to me within its perfect timing, and I trust that, and I feel that, and I know that's what it is. Outside of that, it's not something that I put forethought into, because it's always there. That's great when you find your perfect, that's beautiful. As I said, that's there for me. In the meantime, I'm living life. I'm loving life. I'm having fun. I'm growing myself and my perspectives. And to truly grow into that space to be the person that is for my perfect person. In the meantime, I'm having a great time. This is why you will never hear me say anything negative about masculine or men. I have fantastic men around me. Trust me. I have, thank you, pomegranate. Yes, yes, yes. I have wonderful gentlemen that have been in my past and have added to me in some way. And everything that comes to me is for me. So that's how I direct that. And I've always said, I'll leave you. If it's not right for me, it's quite okay. I know when it's right. And if it's not, bye-bye. However, I let a home speak to me. So I don't rush to furnish. I let the design, and I'm big with design. I say, okay, how is this space? What does it want to show up as? How does it feel? Yeah, and if you don't have that amazing energy, you wouldn't be around me. And I really trust that. A lot of my furniture I make, or I like upcycle. I'll get it from a secondhand store and spray paint it or revarnish it, because I love my space to be my space. And usually when I move, I just donate everything, or I tell my friends, come take whatever you want. It's not for me. It's like, just take it. I just want it gone. And there's a lot of good energy in all my pieces and my art and the stuff. Just take it. Just take it. I like to be as light as possible. All of it. All of it. You will soon learn, Maya. Yeah, that's another crafty art space that I will step into, because making furniture, I love furniture. I love mid-century modern. I love Danish design. I love wabi-sabi. I have a very eclectic design taste. Thank you, Rick Single. However, to make furniture is something that's in my mind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love tortoiseshell, like earrings. I just like tortoiseshell. It's beautiful. So thank you, Maya. Over 2020, I made some wood pieces. Yeah, thank you, Andrew. Tell me about it. Share it with me. Because during 2020, I ordered like this futon that was not finished. And I said, let me just learn how to like varnish. Because I loved woodworking. I love woodworking. I used to not really like wood. I preferred like white enamel or glass. I love lucite. I like clear objects because I enjoy creating a space that's multifunctional. And that came from me living in Europe. And yes, the spaces are smaller. However, if you can create a functional space, it doesn't matter the amount of your space. Yeah. New ideas is what life is. So the table I'm speaking at currently has leaves that come up, so I can expand my table when my friends or family comes and we can have a meal. When they leave, I put the leaves down, and it's like, oh, thank you, King. Thank you. I'm one of the many faces, and I appreciate that. I can use it as a desk. I have like a couch, and underneath my couch, it's technically a dog bed, but I use it to lay out on or to meditate, and I put it under the bed. So my space is multifunctional. I do love hidden storage. I like hidden storage, meaning I don't care for a dresser. Like, I don't even need that much stuff. If you have the right pieces, you don't need much. I like drawers on a bed frame because I like hidden storage. I like everything in a closet. I like things that you can't tell are storage. There's like storage beds or storage tables. I love hidden storage. That's one thing about me. I love hidden storage. And I don't like to store too much. This is why I got rid of dishes. It was just some wave of like, clear it out. And the dishes no longer inspire me. And I do that because I get a lot of things secondhand or from garage sales or yard sales. So sometimes I say, I'm done with this. I'm done with this aesthetic, this design. And I am inviting something new, or maybe I'm inviting a new space. I know, however, it hasn't been revealed. Yeah, I mean, it's just too much. Well, even like you got to get a coffee table. I don't have to do anything. Like I have an eclectic design taste, and I have the epitome of style. I'm here with your future. Side note. The definition of future is the immediate moment after a word is spoken or written. So the future is current. The future isn't something that is unforeseen and far away. The definition of future is the immediate moment after a word is spoken or written. So remember that, because the future is now. Yeah, and clutter too. Clutter, I'm routinely clean and organized, and that helps, especially as a flight attendant, because I'm here and then I'm gone, and then I'm here and I'm gone, so I know where everything is. I do not have to search for where everything is, and everything is organized. That creates a space of calm, relaxed, organized thought for me, because I know where it is, I know how it's prepared, I know where I left it. There is no stress in that way. And with furniture, I've even donated a lot of my furniture. Like okay, so here's a great story. So when I moved here, yes, it was unfurnished, my home. And thank you, Jessica Lopez. It is being revealed in every moment. So thank you. Unfurnished. Now, here in Hawaii, as I shared with you, I do not bring old furniture into my new space. And that goes especially for a mattress. Mattresses hold energy. You're sleeping on them. You may be stressed out. I give it away, or I give it to somebody. I don't bring it into my new space. and I love memory foam. So I just go on Amazon and buy a new memory foam mattress. Exactly. You can just go and pick it up because you know where you last left it. So I ordered a new memory foam mattress to my new space here in Hawaii. And what I learned was, because there's not a distribution center within the state of Hawaii, there is no next day or same day. Forget about that. There's usually not same week, although it's been improved since I've been here the last 4 years. And Amazon purchased land and is building a distribution center on Oahu in Honolulu. So Amazon packages within the state of Hawaii can now be next day. Well, Dres Asani, clarify, purchasing what? Because possibly, but I don't know exactly what you're referring to. Thank you. I appreciate that you say you love my lives. Okay, so I am not a flight attendant anymore. I took the retirement from flying in 2020. Oh yeah, I'm still buying a house outside the country. Yeah, that's happening. That is happening. Yeah, absolutely. So I took the retirement from flying in 2020 to get to this space where I am now, being a professional speaker, and it was ready and time, and I am always fulfilled that I made that move, and it's a part of how I speak. I speak about the things I've done and that I am doing. I will not speak about anything that I haven't pursued or done or been a part of. So yes, I'm no longer flying. However, I have all my flying benefits. I did happily take the retirement and then went on to the new dream, which is what you see, that is blossoming in every way. And I'm still at heart a flight attendant. Every time I get on the plane, I have to step out of flight attendant role. So there's clarity. Yes. So ordered, thank you. I feel it's my gift, and this is why I show up. This is a part of it. The fact that you show up and you're doing it, the universe is responding, or God is responding, or whatever you relate to that. I have to show up. Sure. Retirement, though, didn't mean end of... It just meant it. For me, retirement meant mastery and completion of that, to welcome in new. So again, for me, retirement meant mastery of what I was doing and completion to do what's next. Yeah, well, flying out of Europe, I've done thousands of flights out of Europe. Flying is flying for me. Are you flying to... Oh, you're flying out to Europe soon. Okay, well, so what? You'll get used to it. You gotta be on the plane. All you have to do is do it once, and you're used to it. Right. So back to that with retirement, it was just to complete the dream for the next dream. And what's in front of me is even brighter and more magnificent than what I've already accomplished. And I will continue to say that because I am purposely speaking, stepping, and standing in faith in every moment. When you see me speak, it's adding to my own personal legacy. And there was a time where I was afraid to show up as this. I was afraid for any individual that knew me to see me pursuing something new. I was afraid that I could believe in something bigger for this gift that I have. I was afraid to show up, and That's okay, Maya. I do. This is a lot of practice. However, this is the best way to find me. However, Maya, as I said, there are great things that I've received. I have not yet shared. You will be seeing me a lot more. I will be traveling to speak at motivational conferences, as well as some of my own events. So watch this space, and I am excited. I'm really excited because it's happening. It's happening. And I'll leave it there. So you will see, definitely. Thank you. And I'll just continue to show up because thank you. The goal is the journey. What I have to become, what I have to let go of, what I have to endure, what I have to step into, what I have to release, who I have to grow into is the goal. And that's what I love. Even with moving, there's all of this integration and change when I move. And I do love Hawaii. It speaks to me in a way. And I've said this, if I'm in the U.S., this is the only space that I would live full time. So we have that. So when I ordered my memory foam, it was delayed because it's Hawaii. And I also ordered a bed frame through Amazon, and it was delayed. So I went and got like because I love those too, and I'll touch on that a little too. I bought a little air mattress because I had ordered my memory foam and my bed frame with the intention of it arriving a few days prior to my move-in. However, it was delayed. How this worked out for me, because I always say everything's always working in my favor. It was delayed so much that Amazon said, sorry, Hope, it's delayed, so we will refund you the money, and when it shows up, it will show up. And I said, excellent. So in this home, my bed, I did not have to pay for it because I got the refund back for the mattress as well as the frame. And that was beautiful. That was like, okay, everything's going according to plan. Look at that. Okay. And when these shifts come, it was quite a time when I moved here, because I moved here in 2019. And the day that I moved, I had a friend of mine transition, and it was I spoke about it here. Just it was beautiful in the sense that I was here and I had to face all of that discomfort with myself. I was not in a space of running or being with friends or overworking myself to not feel that feeling of loss or whatever grief brings out into us individually. And that was a beautiful space. And I learned a lot through that, because it was really the first time where I sat in the face of what grief develops as for everyone individually. And it was a beautiful space to be on the island, learning the island and learning myself through that space of transition and grief. And I, through all of these things, I just get up and I keep going. And I share this with people, even in this moment. There are things in my current reality that may be difficult for others to stay positive in. However, I still always have the choice. I still always have the choice to be positive. I still always have the choice that things are working out. I still always have the choice that I'm right on the path, even though I may not see everything. And that is it can be challenging, especially with any new endeavor. With me speaking professionally and me learning, this is it's not a new space, but it's been a space of continuous learning. Thank you, Maya, thank you. When I decided to pursue speaking fully, I told myself that is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do something on the side and then fit speaking it. No, you got to make this work. And it is a gift and it will work. However, you got to work it. And I see it as that. This is why I show up every day. This is why every message is actually a message. Obviously, it's told through my lens. Thank you, Elle Fisher, for the rose. However, I was studying psychology in school, and I'm always studying. I'm always reading. I currently do not have any pets, although my neighbor just asked me if I wanted a kitten right before I came on live, and I'm open to that. I love animals. I really love dogs and cats, and I am. I am already, Maya. I am. I can hold space for people, and I think there's gifts that allow me to help in certain ways. Oftentimes, it's just holding space and listening. It's not always. Thank you, Elle. It's not always assisting in the solution, although that could be it. However, I find a beautiful space in allowing someone to just speak, and oftentimes you're solving it as you're speaking. And I found that out through my therapist. I have a wonderful therapist. Sometimes just talking, you just need to get it out. And I found that out on the plane, because people oftentimes, if they encountered a discrepancy, they just want it to be heard. Sometimes it wasn't about the solution. I just want someone to hear me. And that's a powerful space. And I was, and I have pictures of my other cat, because that was another loss that I had to learn. I had a cat named Seki, short for Sekhmet, which is an Egyptian goddess of radical change, and that's what she was for me. And I loved her for a year, and she was just like me. She was rambunctious and thin and sweet and kind, and she had an incident with an animal. It might have been a dog, and she did not survive the incident. So that was something I grew from. There's been a lot of changes while I've been here in Hawaii, especially with these themes of loss. That's okay. And thank you. You know what it taught me? The loss of that, it's not even a loss, the transition of that animal, because she chose me. She came right up to me at the Humane Society and walked around with me. She chose me. It allowed me to be present in every moment, because that's what we have. And I was present with her because she was the first pet that I had since I had been a flight attendant. Because me traveling, I did have pets. My boyfriend at the time had gotten me a kitten. However, the cat stayed with him, and I was still traveling. This was the first time that I had a pet while I was on the ground. And so she loved getting in my car. She loved the rain, and I loved the water. She would come outside when I would wash my car. And what she taught me is to be present in every moment, because that's what we have. When there's loss or transition, as long as I was present and I was there, that's okay. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm always ready to transition to a new home. I'm feeling it now. However, I don't leave everything. In fact, I leave nothing. It's always existing in my mind. Oh, I love a Chihuahua. Oh, Thank you, Elle. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet and kind of you. When an opportunity presents itself, I'll go. I travel light. This is a part of me donating my whole wardrobe. Like none of this, I don't love it anymore. This sweater, I love. This is a bathing suit top. I love. You've seen me wear these often. These are my favorite vintage Levi's cutoffs because Levi's is like the best denim to me. It ages beautifully and it takes work to get it slouchy and worn. I love it. I love that. If I don't love it, it's gone. And that is therapeutic. I just don't, I don't take clothes. And I at one time had 6 closets. I sold vintage clothing. I would go secondhand shopping in every country, city, place that I had a layover in. And great, if you have style, you can always find it. Yes. Listen, then I further understand. Yeah. I wouldn't just up and I don't know. I'm open. When life presents something to me, I see it and I go. There's nothing that really stops me. Even in my current pursuit, how you're hearing me speak, I just keep going. I just keep going. Where else is there to go? If there's something that's labeled as a failure, so what? Keep going. I'm unstoppable. So what? Keep going. That's one of my superpowers. When I was kicked out of the UK, so what? Keep going. When I left the airline, I purposely, thank you, Elle. Wow, I love that. All the gifts. Thank you. I purposely took a year off to gift myself. I had worked a career for 15 years. And I said, Hope, you take 1 year to do whatever you want. You don't need to rush into a job. Money is there. Opportunity is there. You take a year off. You do what you want. Buy what you want. Chill. How often do individuals give themselves that as a gift? That was planned. And I had to truly mourn the loss of that. Being a flight attendant isn't like working at a place 9 to 5 where you clock in and clock out. It's a whole lifestyle. I was used to doing grocery shopping in Paris and then going to the markets in Hong Kong and then going to Carnival and Trinidad and Tobago. Like it was basically a celebrity-like life. You get in everywhere. The hotel, you have your own line. They give you the key. You go up. There's always a car waiting, taking you somewhere. There's discounts everywhere. You don't even go through passport control in most countries. Like they have our fingerprints and everything. But it is almost, it's a beautiful fairy tale. And I allowed it to do that, to be that. So that year, I was still mourning the loss of that. And this was during COVID when aviation was changing. And that's where I said, okay, do I go back into this or is it time? For me, I said, this is redirection. This is perfect, Hope. This is perfect. This is redirection. You can take the retirement, take a year, enjoy yourself, and in a year, start pursuing. But in that meantime, I'm taking a year. I'm taking some time off. This was the first time that I slept in my bed for 1 year consistently. I had been so transient. I'm still learning the ground. I'm used to being in the skies. So there was also that mourning period and the beauty of that and the beauty of releasing what I thought I was. And learning the island and my new space. This was all within 6 months of me moving to Hawaii. And when I said, okay, yep, this is it. This is my message. This is my gift. I'm going to speak professionally. I remember what my father told me. This is one of my Perrier or Pellegrino are both my favorite. However, I'm a lover of all things French, so Perrier would probably be the first. So, my father would say, if you want to do anything, do it consistently every day. In 6 months, you're a beginner. In a year, you're advanced. Within 5 years, you are the best. So, exactly, Elle, exactly. And the beauty of that, just to like take a breather, not, okay, how is this going to get paid? Nah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. And this was during the pandemic as well. So to me, it wasn't even the opportune time to just go forward with something. Let me chill. Everything's shut. I'm on the island. I get to relearn myself and who I am in this moment and what this means and detangle some things and then go into it. So thank you for sharing that, Elle, because it takes time. And I have found that often we integrate our occupation with ourselves and it's two different entities. Because I said, well, are people still going to want to be around me if I'm not the flight attendant, if I'm not flying around? And that's not me. They like me for my spirit, my soul. If they don't, well, then that's on them. But it's not the same. So my father said, do something every day consistently. So when I chose to become a speaker, I said, okay, I need to learn this. And of course, I know how to speak, but what is my message and how to build speech and what is my keynote? So I said, am I going back to school? Or thank you, Maya. How am I going to do this? And this was during the time that everything was shut down. So Toastmasters, which is a public speaking organization that I had visited before, all of their clubs were meeting online. And I said, that's what I'll do. I will join Toastmasters because this is for speakers, because then I'm speaking every day. Number one. Number two, I'm around like-minded individuals that are either increasing their speaking or engaging in speaking or perfecting their speaking, which is profound if I'm doing this to a high level. And third, I'm around people who will employ me. So I will get better. I have to get better. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica Lopez. So that's what I did. I went online and I said, okay, I'm going to do this to like college level. I will go to a meeting every hour, 5 times a day. Or not every hour, 5 hours, 4 days a week. Because that's my productivity schedule. I don't say work schedule, but my productivity days are Monday through Thursday. So I found clubs in groups all around the world. I lived in London. I joined a group in London. I'm a French speaker. I love Paris. I joined a group in Paris. I joined and became the president for my club here in Hawaii. I joined a club in Switzerland because I love Switzerland. Why not? I joined a club in Germany. I would visit clubs all around the world. I also craved hearing accents, because but I would say I can have a conversation with you in French and Spanish and a bit of Portuguese, but it would be in that order of importance. I craved hearing accents. So for me to go on Zoom with different Toastmasters groups around the world, Nigeria, Italy, Japan, Paris, France, New York, all these places, I was giving my ear what it had heard for years. And I'm speaking because I joined all these clubs. So I was speaking for 5 hours a day, 4 days a week for one entire year. This is what I'm saying. You just got to go. I'm not thinking about the obstacles. How do I build on this thing? Okay, let's be creative. As long as I'm doing it daily. I'm around other professional speakers, as well as people who are trying to perfect their voice. Maybe they would like me to be a coach or a teacher, or maybe the feedback I'm getting is increasing my skill. However, this is all building what is for me in the future. And because of that, one of those people I met just brought one of the largest opportunities that I've had in my career thus far. So I did that for a year. I was speaking every day for 5 hours a day at different clubs and going through the ranks and joining speaking competitions and finding my voice, finding my message, finding how do I do it? Because I thought I was like the Tony Robbins, Les Brown. No, I'm Hope. We're all saying the same thing. However, I have my unique way of saying it. And I'm sharing this with you to share that there is always a way. It may not be the way of others who came before you. However, there is a way. And through that, things started to open up and opportunities began to be, that's in the process, Maya. And I started to see my development and growth and feel that discomfort because, yeah, I can think I'm a great speaker, but now I'm around great speakers and that's great. I want to, iron sharpens iron, I believe. I want to be around others that are sharpening me and learn from them and be able to have them on the hotline. Can I call you? You know, so it's all a part of it. And now I'm here and really excited with what's transpiring the next 90 to 120 days. Actually, for the rest of the year, you will see the beauty of what has transpired. However, I did it in my way. And was it easy? I don't know. I don't know about that because I don't quantify things in easy or hard. I just do it. Like I just go. These messages are here to be heard. So I'm not here to contemplate what is deemed easy or hard. It's the fact that it's being done. It's the fact that I can sit here and say, yes, I loved flying. I've been around the world and I walked away and people said, well, why would you? That's the best job in the world. Yeah, but I've done it. I mastered it. So what? That's your limitation. It's not mine. Maybe I've granted all of the memories and the messages that I needed to do in the sky, and now it's time for me to do it on the ground in a different way. And I have faith in that. And I believe that. I believe everyone that's in this room is resonating with my voice and the goal and the dream that I have that is realized. And just another voice of empowerment or upliftment in some way. So I encourage you to take that story because I'm at that moment right now. Currently, it's solely on faith. It's solely on belief. It's solely on, yes, it's happening because it's in control of something that's outside of me. And I trust that. I trust as I show up and I put out this positive words and my energy and these stories that it's all working out. And when I hear your comments and when people come in and say, wow, I needed to hear you, that is it. I'm being driven by something that's bigger than me because at this part of my journey, this is the legacy I wish to leave. And the path is just the path. My religious belief is that What we are all here for is known to us. And whatever that is used to inspire or protect that is for the individual to define. I spoke about this the other day. I have all the religious texts in my home, or I have a few. I have the Bible, I have the Quran, I have the Torah, I have the Hindu text, in fact, I have like all of these things. Thank you, Jessica. Well, thank you, Jessica Lopez. Me too. I see that I'm at a space where I'm starting to speak about these things, but it's coming from I'm still figuring out what to guard and what to share. And this is to you, Jessica Lopez. Yeah, a talk show, absolutely. I love to talk. That's my gift. And there's other gifts. However, absolutely. Yeah, I'm all for it. What are we naming it? Hope Floats? What's the name of the talk show? With Hope. Talking with Hope? Flying with Hope? Whatever. Come on, Jessica, you put it out there. So I'm ready for it. And you'll see that. I can definitely say you're seeing it now. So you will see that. And I'm ready to receive that. And flying high with hope. I love that. I love that. Flying high with hope. That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Maya. Maya and Jessica, you are both inspiring me. Thank you, because really I'm on a journey. I'm really in this journey. Like, this is it. This is it. And thank you. I will close because I want to have one more bike ride in. Bike riding clears my mind. Yeah, please do. Please do, Jessica. Please do. Thank you. Thank you. That's inspiring to me because it's happening, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just trusting and having the faith and showing up and knowing it's all working out. It's all working out. It's already done. And I can definitely do it because I'll be hydrated with my coconut water, girl. So, you're welcome, Elle. Listen, it is quite a journey. I said, this is it. Let me go. You're welcome. Thank you. I was just about to announce that because this is my second live of the day. Anyone who's in my lives, I do 2 lives Monday through Thursday, or I try to. And if you miss it, because I just come on when I feel is best to come on, I post it onto my YouTube, which is Hope is Speaking. Thank you. Thank you. Your daughter is gracious and kind for that compliment. Thank you, Jessica. It's posted onto my YouTube channel, Hope is Speaking, under daily TikTok lives. I also have meditations and affirmations, and I post all of that. So if you ever just want to hear this, it will be there. I'm encouraged by everyone, especially Jessica Lopez, Maya, Elle. Thank you. Thank you, because this, I've said this before, is a long, lifelong dream. And it's coming into fruition. And there's no discomfort. I'm just allowing. And I'm fully on this journey. I just jumped. I'm just jumping. There's the saying, like, leap and grow your wings on the way down. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm encouraged, and I will continue to show up, because there's an element through the spoken word that is so invigorating. And my initial intention was to speak to women because that's the casing I came in. Thank you, Jessica Lopez. I love that. Please stand beside me at all times. Thank you, Maya. However, I'm now seeing that this is universal. Although I thought I was just a motivational speaker towards women, it's universal. It's ageless, it's genderless, it's universal. And I love that. And I'm growing in it. So I close all of my lives with be the reflection of love, because you are love. We come from an infinite source of love. Show up. That's right. That's right. That's what I learned from all of my countries traveled and speaking to. You can. I've probably interacted with more cultures around the world than you can imagine, and I loved it, and I still love it. I'm still doing it. Show up. Show up, because I'm showing up. Every time you see me on here, I'm showing up. Make it look good when you show up. That's why I have my earrings and a different hair color and this glowing skin. Make it look good. We never know who's watching. And people are. And the best person that's watching is you. You're always watching yourself. So show up. Hold yourself accountable. And thank yourself for just the journey. Whether it's today, yesterday, the past, it all brought you to this, and it's always unfolding. So thank yourself in this moment. Truly. We're all in this together. I definitely believe that. So with that, I love you all. I will continue to show up and be present. You'll be seeing all of the beautiful developments. There's some huge things that I'm so excited, and just to continue, I can't wait to meet everyone. I can't wait to do these in-person events and actually feel that energy. That's what I love. I love being in front of people. There'll be stuff online, but I love in-person events. So that is definitely coming. Thank you for the blessing, Jessica Lopez. You're still on my prayer list, meditation list. All the good energy, all of the blessings that have already been received are always in transit. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, Elle. And eat something good. And be sure to hydrate. As I talk so much, I have to hydrate. So I will continue to hydrate. I will. Thank you. I may or may not pop on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I often say those are my days to live, but sometimes I come on. If not, find me on YouTube. Okay? Bye. Don't be jealous.